Hello, and welcome to another FIFA 23 Women's World Cup match simulation. Almost forgot my own intro. This is like the 58th one or something. I can't remember exactly what number we're on, but I should remember by now. But yeah, this time it's the quarter-final match between Japan and Sweden. Japan, of course, won their group. Finishing above Spain by beating Spain, in fact. And then advanced by beating Norway in the round of 16 as we listen to the silent national anthems. Sweden won their group, so two group winners right here in this quarter-final. And then they advanced by beating the United States on penalties. Yes, how could I forget that? So this should be a hell of a match. But who does FIFA think is going to win? That's the question on everyone's minds, right? There you go, the silent national anthems are over. Let's have a look how the teams line up. Japan lining up with a 5-4-1. They score a lot of goals for a team with 5 defenders. They're obviously kitted out for those two wing-backs especially to go forward and to put a lot of players forward because, you know, it's quite a defensive formation. But Ueki obviously holds up her end of the bargain as well. I've noticed her name on the score sheet a few times over the course of the series. Now let's have a look how Sweden are going to line up. They're going with their traditional 4-2-3-1 that they've been rocking out basically for the whole tournament. And if it ain't broke... And they've been doing well with it, obviously. And Blackstenius, another prolific striker up front. There she is. Let's get this show on the road. See who FIFA thinks is going through into the semi-finals. I should clarify. This is a prediction, not a spoiler. So Sweden kick off, attacking from right to left. Do some nice interplay in the midfield, and then immediately spread the play out to the left to Rolfo. Now look at this, they're getting players forward immediately. Oh, that's an early rash challenge. Not sure there was much need for that early in the game. Is she going to get a card? Yep, yellow card for Risa Shimizu. Now she's going to have to be super careful all game. For 84 minutes of the game, she's going to have to be on her best behaviour, unless she's substituted, of course. Which isn't ideal for a defender in a World Cup quarter-final. Now, crossed in. Head on the ball. Good save. It was a good set piece, though. Anderson came in kind of at the last second there, ran onto it and got a good header. But not enough power, not good enough direction. It was kind of straight at the keeper. And Anderson stayed forwards. Links up. Blackstenius. Oh, the ball's taken off her foot as she was about to shoot. Could have seen a special... oh, speaking of sort of special, an overhead kick from the outside of the... well, the edge of the area. But unfortunately, it just went wide. Look at this. Off the chest. Well, not quite overhead. More of like a bicycle kick, I guess. But still, nice and spectacular. But went wide, unfortunately, for Sweden. Now, I've decided it's pronounced Yamashita, like Takeshita in AEW. Oh, a rare mistake by Blackstenius there. Gives the ball to Japan. Oh, but Sweden are all over Japan in this in the early stage of this match. Oh, but again, Japan hold firm. They are defending well, considering how much Sweden... But look at how high the Swedish line is and how high the press is. Like, they are not letting Japan have time on the ball anywhere on the pitch. And Japan really having to play well just to maintain possession for a short amount of time. And that ball is not going to cut it. Oh, but she takes it out for a corner. That feels like an unforced error. Yes, there was a Japanese player chasing her down, but all she had to do was guard that out, to be honest. It was going out anyway. Did not need the touch. Now Japan get a corner kind of out of nowhere. If they score from this, Sweden will be fuming, honestly. Floated in and headed clear, but only as far as Miyazawa. Back in. Back out. Shake it all about. Japan's still in possession, though. Oh, a little bit of trickery, but it didn't fool the defender that time. I don't know what people are booing and appealing for. There was no way that was a foul if that's Japanese fans hoping for a penalty. No way. Blackstenius at the other end. Great save. Great counter-attack, might I mention, by Sweden. That was really fluid, one end to the other. And Blackstenius with a good finish. It was going in. But the save was good enough to match it. And now Sweden have a corner. Mere seconds after defending a Japanese one. Seconds of real time, minutes of in-game time, because obviously it's a fast match clock. Now Sweden looking to go short. Yep. Jakobsen hasn't been that prolific in this match. She's quite heavily featured a lot. They go down the right-hand side a lot, but she's barely had much to do in this one. Rolfo, I think, did she force a save? Yes. Sorry, I was concentrating on whether Jakobsen had been involved or not. I forgot what happened with Rolfo. Okay, looks like another short corner here, unless they're just bluffing. Keeper's having a word with the defence, getting them organised. She should probably start paying attention to the ball at some point. Yeah, getting back towards the line. Guess she's ready now. Papa giving them all a lecture, wasn't she? And yep, another short corner. Almost gets tackled for it. Oh, oh! I don't think that extra fancy touch from Rolfo was necessary, but another good save by the keeper. Sweden with all of the pressure, and that was a very nice fancy flick through ball to Rolfo there. Another corner. This is relentless for Japan at the moment. Pulls it back to Jakobsen. Blackstenius gets a shot away. It's blocked. I think, was she offside? No. Signals for another corner, this time on the other side. The keeper can't believe she's being made to work this much. I'm guessing by how angry she is, she's not being paid by the save. Because she'd be really happy if she was. Okay, looking at maybe a short corner on this side now. The option is there at the very least. Yep, it's taken again. They'll love their short corners. Oh, went for a shot. Was that a handball? We've not seen one of them in a while on this series, to be honest. But, yep, penalty has been given. For the block here with the hand. Well, yeah. I think so. I'm not sure that counts up by the head counts as a natural position. And now Sweden, as much as they probably would have preferred to score any other way to make a bit more of a point, have earned this opportunity through their constant pressure, and Rolfo converts convincingly. And it's 1-0 to Sweden, and honestly, rightly so. Been very little from Japan to suggest they're on Sweden's level in this match. Quite frankly. And they've been doing well in this World Cup. Like, I'm not trying to do Japan down, but Sweden have absolutely overrun them in this match. Like, someone just check with the referee. They've definitely counted how many Swedish players are on the pitch, because it feels like there's at least one or two more. They're just all over them. No time for anything for Japan, and just incessant attacking. And they deserve that lead, even if it's from a penalty. The penalty's not questionable in my opinion either. Some of the handball decisions I've seen on this game have been. But I think that one, her hand is up by her head for some reason. And the ball hits it there. Yeah. I don't think that was a natural position at that moment. Maybe you disagree. Let me know in the comments. The handball rule is a bit all over the place at the moment anyway. And that's half-time. Japan weren't able to build anything there. And they're going to have to have a serious rethink in the dressing room at half-time. Because so far, this has been pretty much all Sweden. So, I hope the manager's got some real pearls of wisdom for the players at half-time. Because, to be honest, they're very fortunate and should be very thankful to their goalkeeper that it's only 1-0. I don't know how many highlights we're going to get. FIFA's a bit unpredictable with that, but there could be 4 or 5 good goal-scoring opportunities highlighted here. Oh, we're starting with... Yeah, that was That was a silly challenge that early in the match. In that undangerous of a position. Like, yeah, crosses can be dangerous and whatnot, but you've got to just shield in that position. Oh, here's that overhead slash bicycle kick. This was beautiful. Shame she misaimed it. Like, she hit it cleanly. She just didn't quite have the goal correct in her mind because she had her back to goal. Good effort, though. Like, she didn't have the positioning of goal quite right in her mind. And here's Blackstenius. Good strike across the goalkeeper. Very good save. Got a good strong hand to it. And another opportunity for Rolfo, who honestly has looked the more dangerous player. Good save by the keeper again. I don't think that touch was necessary from Rolfo, but I don't know if it decreased the odds of scoring. Goalkeeper was out off a line quickly, closed down the angle very well. And now this I thought might have been offside, but it wasn't given. And Angeldal had a good shot here. And another good save. Like, do you see what I mean about Sweden have been all over this one? This is just all Sweden highlights. And here's the penalty. We're not even going to see the decision, just the penalty kick. And there you go, 1-0 at half-time. Japan kick off. Now they're attacking right to left. And Sweden already have the ball again. Just this relentless pressing that they do. Japan are really struggling to deal with it. Oh, what a beautiful play by Blackstenius. Very selfless. She's a striker. Her instinct is to try and score there. But she saw the better option. And it's 2-0 to Sweden. Straight after the break. And I've missed her name. We'll get it in a second. But it's the same player who attempted that overhead kick in the first half. Aslani, I believe that's pronounced. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. 2-0 to Sweden.
Goal for Sweden.
Indeed, it is a goal for Sweden. Ooh, that was a risky slide for not much reason. Now, Japan really need to turn up the heat here. And they need a goal fairly quick. And then start putting some real pressure on Sweden. Corner kick. This is a good start. This is a good start from a Japanese perspective. Miyazawa comes off. Hayashi. No, I think there's an extra syllable in there, isn't there? See her name in a second. No, just Hayashi comes on. Oh, good corner, but the Swedish defender managed to get it away before the striker could get a head on it. They were lining up for a power header there. Rubenson stayed forward and she's holding up the ball really well. Oh, and then she's just giving it away. Right. Now, can Japan get anything out of this? Nope. Straight to a Swedish defender. I saw what she was thinking, but I just don't think that route was there. Had to be a little more patient with it. Yes, you need a goal, but you need to keep the ball as well. Like, good tackle by the right back, who's on a yellow card since the 5th minute. That was a good, clean tackle. Oh, good interception there. And now Sweden going to come away with the ball again. Aslani, the second goal scorer. She's being given way too much space. Good save by the keeper. Defender keeps it in play. Was that a wise decision? Oh. What? 8 shots on target to none. Oh my god. Angeldal comes off. Sega comes on for Sweden. Fresh legs. They're pretty much in the semi-finals at this point. Makes sense to rest some people. There was a foul from Sweden there, apparently. I didn't see it. Didn't see what was wrong with that play, but Japan will be grateful for that, I'm pretty sure. Any respite they'll be grateful for. But again, ball given away. They've still not had a shot on target. 73 minutes into the match. Sweden have just utterly dominated this one. And that's without, in my opinion, the 2-star players of the series for Sweden, Blackstenius and Jakobsen, really being on top form. I mean, Blackstenius set up the second goal in very good style, but she's not done all that much else. I missed that passing accuracy stat, but I bet it's good for Sweden. Bet it's good for Sweden. Nagano off, Hamano on. She's not happy. Can't say I blame her. 10 minutes remain. Japan need a goal. Now. Now or sooner. They need to start throwing things forward. Just throwing the ball forward. Throwing players forward. Taking chances. Here we go. Ueki's through. Or sort of through. Swedish defence got back well. Oh, good defending. And I think that's about the writing on the wall for Japan. Nothing has gone their way. And I don't think it's necessarily... all, like, they've been a bit underwhelming, haven't they? But I think Sweden have just done such a good job of pressing and look at that. It's the 89th minute, and it's in the Japanese defensive third. Blackstenius comes off, Hurtig comes on. That makes sense. Just get Blackstenius off the pitch. She doesn't need to be playing injury time. I'd have taken her off earlier, to be honest. But like, yeah, the aggressive pressing, even at this stage, that's just how they've been programmed for this match. Like, that is the message they've received, and they've not stopped all game, and it's worked so well for them. Honestly, that could have been 6 or 7. Like, what a performance by Sweden. The right team has gone through there. There's no qualms with that from me. Leave a like if you enjoyed this match and this video, and subscribe if you're new here. It'd be greatly appreciated. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Ibeza, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.